Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking this video. My name is Susan and this is Ezzy Atelier. In this tutorial, I'll be creating the twisted dress that you're looking at on the screen. And to get started, I have my basic dress block here. This is the front, and I also have the back. If you don't know how to draft it, I'm going to leave some links down in the description box below to assist you. So we're going to set this back aside because our focus is on the front. The first thing I'll be doing to this front block is to transfer this shoulder dart to the armhole. So I'm going to transfer it to the middle of the armhole. Okay, I'll connect a line from here to touch the apex of the shoulder dart. Then I'm going to slash it open, then close the shoulder dart. The next thing now is to create the neck shape. Looking at the picture, we have a V-shaped neckline. So from the neck point, I'm going to come down between 2 and 3 inches. Actually, I'll be using 2.5 because this is half scale. You can go as low as you want. So I'll mark 2.5 inch like so. Then I also widen the neckline. I'm going to use half an inch. You can use 1 inch. Can be creative about this. So I'll just mark half an inch to widen the neck. Then I'm going to use the slightly curved part of the ruler to connect it together to form the V shape. The next thing now is to create the lines for the twist effect. To do that, the twist is around here. So I'm going to create some lines here using 4 dots. The first dot is going to be very close to the center front. Then I'm going to space the other 3 dots by 1/4 inch. You can use 3/8, depends on you. Because this is half scale, so I'll be using quarter of an inch. I'm going to put a dot there. Okay, then I'll do another one, 1/4 inch. Okay, then the fourth one, 1/4 inch. To draw the first line, from the first dot, I'll make sure it's touching the apex here of the dart so that it will be easy to close the waist dart later on. I'm going to place my ruler like this, touching the apex of the dart, then draw a line like so. Then moving to the second dot, I'm going to also draw a line. Then the third one, draw a line. Then the fourth one, draw a line. The next thing now is to extend the line to the upper part of the dress. So the first point here, I'm going to extend the line to the shoulder, the middle of the shoulder. Okay, then the second one, I'm going to make sure it's touching here, this armhole dart. The third dot, I'm going to bring it somewhere around here. Like I said earlier, fashion is creativity. Just make sure you connect the lines in a way that it will make the dart manipulation easier for you. So this fourth point, I'm going to bring it to the side. Here I have my line, so the next now is to cut it on the waistline. Alright, so now we start the working from this down part. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to slash the first line. I'm cutting it very close to the side, but I'll make sure I'm not cutting it off totally. Then the next thing is to close this waist dart. After closing the dart, the lines are no longer straight, so we need to redraw the lines. I have my red marker here to redraw the line so I can see it. Okay, so I'm going to connect this first dot, just connect it like so, the first line. Then the second one, I'm going to connect from here to here also. Alright, then the third one from here to here. Right, so I have my line, so the next thing now is to slash them open. Alright, so now we move to the upper part. To this upper part, the first thing I'm going to do is to cut out the neck. The next thing I want to do is to close this armhole dart, and to do that I'm going to slash this line that is touching it. After closing, the next thing I'm going to do is to slash this first line that is touching the shoulder. The next thing now is to close this waist dart. Then after closing it, I'm going to redraw the remaining two lines. The next thing now is to cut the lines. Here I have another pattern paper underneath I want to spread it on. I'll make sure this center front is touching the edge of the pattern paper. Okay, I'm going to do the same to this upper part also. Here is the down, here is the neck area. I'll make sure this down part of the upper part is also touching the edge of the pattern paper. That's the center front of the upper part. Then this side front here, I'll make sure they are touching. Okay, then I'll set it well. Afterward, I'm going to mask it down. Here it is after masking it down. You can see how I spread it. What matters most is the center front to align with the edge. Here to align, then here also to touch. So now I'm going to trace the shape out. Here I have it. I can discard this upper layer, then use it down to cut my fabric. Here I have it cut out. I cut two pieces and added my seam allowance. Here center front half an inch, here half an inch, here half an inch, here half an inch, then here I added 1 inch as a side seam, then here half an inch, then here the down part side seam 1 inch, then at the hem I added 1.5. Then I went ahead and cut facing for it also, so I'll have a neat finishing neck. Before I remove this pattern paper, I need to mark the center front waistline. I'm going to place my ruler this way, mark it, then I'm going to notch it. Okay, so after notching now, this is placed right side facing right side. So I'm going to start my stitching from this notch area. I'm going to stitch straight down. If I want to put slit opening, I can, but in this case, I'm going to stitch on half an inch straight down. Alright, so here I'm done stitching it on half an inch. At this point, you can take it to the ironing table and iron the seam open. Just iron it open like so. Alright, now pay attention to what I'm about to do. I'm going to gather here. We want to do the twist now. I will gather it, then take this upper part like this, pass it through the back. Alright, then return it back to the original position. Hope I'm making sense. Then on this waistline, I'm going to turn it right side facing right side, and I'm going to stitch on half an inch like this. Okay, then I'm going to do the same to this other side also. on the waistline, right side facing right side like this. Then I'm going to stitch on 1/2 inch. I'm done stitching. You can see it is looking nice. Now I want to stitch this upper part. You can see that it's very easy to create. So now just turn right side facing right side like this. Right side facing right side. Then you stitch on 1/2 inch like this. I have it stitched now. You can see that it's forming shape. Like I said earlier, we're not really focusing on the back, but I have the back cut out here. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine, then stitch the necessary darts, then I'll be back. Here I have the facing that I'm going to use both front and back, and I'm done stitching the dart here at the back. So now I'm going to place right side facing right side. Then I'm going to stitch it at the shoulders like this, 1/2 inch. Okay, then I'll come to the side. I'm going to stitch on the seam allowance, which is 1 inch. I'll do the same to the other side also. I'm done stitching the shoulders and the side seam. All right, so what I want to do now is to place the facing right side facing right side, and I'm going to stitch it at the neck area on 1/2 inch like this. I'm done stitching the facing, and I also went ahead and under stitch it for neat finishing. So right now I'm going to place right side facing right side. Then I'll fix the zipper at the upper part. Then I'll stitch on the seam allowance 1 inch, then leave a slit opening at the bottom for easy movement. Then the hem, the allowance is 1.5 inch, so I'm going to iron up like this 1.5 inch. Then I'll make sure the side seam is iron open. I'll roll 1.5 inch up, then the hem 1/2 inch. Then I'll tack it, or I'll stitch it down, place on my dress form for you to see. And here it is. Like I said earlier, our focus is on a twist at the waistline, and it's looking nice. So you can attach your sleeve. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to support me by subscribing, give it a thumbs up. You can also hit the notification bell so as to get notified when I upload new videos. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.